Patrick,
What?
I thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
25.
Last we checked, you lived in a pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob. You're probably the last cartoon character we would ever expect to see a doppelganger for. After all, you're yellow and rectangular. But sometimes strange things happen. Yes, SpongeBob, we've even found your real-life look-alike, and we have to say the resemblance is pretty uncanny. Cartoons aren't always realistic, but every now and then we find someone who looks like a favorite character. Keep watching for 10 cartoon characters that were spotted in real life. Dora the Explorer. You don't need your special backpack or a magical map to find Dora the Explorer. Dora is a beloved character from our preschool days. Who doesn't love the girl who taught us Spanish through adventures? But we never expected to see her in real life. This photo was snapped on public transit. This little girl is just so cute with her Dora haircut. She is even wearing a pink top like our favorite explorer. Do you think she has a purple backpack? Carl from Up. Up is one of the sweetest Pixar movies of all time. We love that grumpy Carl learned how to be happy again, thanks to a little boy, a talking dog, and an exotic bird.
Hi there.
Did that dog just say hi there?
Oh, yes.
He was voiced by Ed Asner, but there appears to be someone who looks identical to Carl. The nose and the chin are exactly the same. He's got the same smile as Carl too. With those glasses, it looks like Carl jumped right off that screen and into the real world. Alfredo from Ratatouille. Who can forget the awkward cook, Alfredo Linguini? He's afraid of losing his job, so he makes friends with a rat named Remy, who is a gourmet chef. But it looks like Alfredo has a real-life counterpart. Take a look at this guy. He has the same curly hair, his nose looks almost identical. He even has a similarly shaped face. It's hard to believe how close the resemblance is. We wonder how he feels about rats. Andy from Toy Story 3. Okay, this next photo was definitely posed, but we can totally see why. In Toy Story 3, Andy is headed off to college. He is a lot more grown up than he was in the first two movies.
Mom, it's okay. I know.
This guy realized he looks a lot like teenage Andy. He has similar hair and eyes, so he posed just like Andy alongside Buzz and Woody. It could be a live-action version of Toy Story 3. Shrek. Now, we aren't saying that ogres are real. We would be really freaked out if we saw a green guy with ogre ears walking down the street. But take a look at this historic photo of a wrestler from the 1930s and 40s. Maurice Tillet was named the French Angel. He looks a lot like Shrek. The nose and eyes are spot on. It's actually possible that Tillet was the inspiration for Shrek's design. And let's not forget the wrestling style scene from the first Shrek movie when he takes down Farquaad's champions. The Frozen Sisters. This next look-alike is a perfect mix between both Elsa and Anna. Look at this woman. She spotted an Elsa cutout and posed with that signature smirk. Not only are their faces similar, but she's also wearing the same color eyeshadow and blush as Elsa. But she isn't a platinum blonde. That red hair makes her look a lot like Anna too. Maybe she's a long-lost sister of the Arendelle royalty. Russell from Up. We have not one, but two characters from Pixar's Up in this video. It's not just Carl. We found the real-life Russell. And it looks like his family saw the resemblance too. They dressed him up just like the Scout character. He's even got the sash full of badges and the yellow hat. We can't believe how adorable this photo is. We bet this kid could also turn a grumpy old man into a nice guy. Rapunzel. The feisty princess with magic hair is another fan favorite. It's probably impossible to find someone with the same length of hair, but we did find someone who looks pretty similar. Actress Amanda Seyfried from Mean Girls and Mamma Mia resembles Rapunzel a lot. They're both blonde with similar mouths and noses, but we think it's those huge green eyes that really seal the deal. And Amanda usually plays characters with bubbly personalities just like Rapunzel. MOANA. Moana quickly became one of the most popular Disney princesses, and for good reason. She's a go-getter with a great storyline, and her songs are awesome. Now, Moana already looks a lot like the actress who voiced her, ALYSSA, but that's not the only celebrity who resembles the Polynesian princess. Fans have been quick to point out that the singer and songwriter ALYSSA looks a lot like Moana, and we totally see it. She has very similar facial features and the same dark curly hair. Spongebob Squarepants. Spongebob Squarepants is a classic cartoon character. He's been around for a very long time and is definitely the last cartoon character we ever expected to see in real life, but here we are. This person is wrapped in yellow foam. We can only see their legs. We seriously have so many questions. Where's the rest of the person, or is it a short kid? Why are they wrapped in foam? Are they okay? They're just laying there. Which cartoon character would you love to meet in real life? Don't be shy, let us know in the comments.
Halloween is usually the perfect time to show people how you'd look like dressed as your favorite cartoon character. But some of these kids didn't need to wait until Halloween to show us they are totally twinning with cartoon characters. Are you ready for the insane amount of cuteness? Give this video a big thumbs up if you still love watching cartoons. Today we're discussing 10 kids who twinned with cartoon characters. DARLA DIMPLE Lookalike. Do you remember Honey Boo Boo, the hyperactive beauty pageant girl from Toddlers and Tiaras who became world famous and got her own spin-off show? Ever thought she looked similar to a cartoon character? We think she really does look like DARLA DIMPLE from the Cats Don't Dance movie. Look at them, they're totally twinning without even realizing it. Darla's character has a surprisingly similar upbeat personality to Alana's, although to our knowledge, Darla doesn't need any go-go juice to stay hyper. Looking at this picture, can you spot the similarities? The curly hair, the adorable layered tutu dress, and of course, they're both wearing their signature pink color. Alana's fame started with an episode of Toddlers and Tiaras when she was just 6 years old. Her over-the-top, sassy personality captured the world, and her Toddlers and Tiaras segment quickly went viral. Nicknamed Honey Boo Boo, Alana quickly got her own spin-off show, which was on air for 4 seasons. The reality TV show world is nothing new for this little firecracker. But if she ever decided it was time to test her acting or voiceover skills, DARLA DIMPLE might just be the perfect character for this Honey Boo Boo child. Boo Lookalike. Is Boo your favorite Monsters, Inc. character? We can't blame you, she's absolutely adorable. The black-haired, big-eyed, cute little toddler stole the hearts of many, including this little girl's who might as well be her human twin. She looks like she's the biggest Monsters, Inc. fan ever. Look at her, holding her Mike Wazowski and Sully plush toys. Did you know Boo's real name is actually Mary? She never tells her name out loud, but if you look closely, you can see that a name Mary is signed repeatedly on Boo's drawings. Mary Gibbs is also the name of the actress who gave Boo her cute voice. Here's what Mary Gibbs looked like when she was playing Boo at just 5 years old. And here's what she looks like now as a college freshman. She said she can't do a cute voice of Boo anymore, but don't worry, this Boo lookalike seems like she's ready to continue the Monsters, Inc. legacy. We love that her pink hairbands even have the exact same detail as Boo's, and she even has matching pigtails. What's your favorite Boo Monsters, Inc. moment? Ours is still the first time she met Sully and called him Kitty. Russell Lookalike. The movie Up would definitely not be the same without Russell, the curious and hyper wilderness explorer. Russell charmed everyone with his personality and his unique look. He's adorably chubby, dressed in his wilderness explorer outfit, which includes a scout neckerchief and tons of gadgets in his twice-his-size backpack. His look and personality are so unique, there's no way there would be a real-life person out there who would look just like Russell, right? Wrong. Check out this little guy standing in front of the Up poster. If there's anyone who would get a badge of the Russell lookalike, it would definitely be him. How cute is that? Did you know that Russell was originally named Lewis? The story team thought his name would cause confusion with the Meet the Robinsons character. If you ever wondered how Russell managed to sound so cute throughout the movie, you can thank his voice actor, who would sometimes run around before saying a line. Jordan Nagai might not look like Russell from Up, but this kid sure fits the description of everyone's favorite wilderness explorer. This has to be one of our favorite cartoon character lookalikes ever. Now all we need is Carl, and the real-life version of Up will be complete. Linguini lookalike. If Ratatouille is your favorite Disney movie, get ready for this amazing accidental lookalike. What do you think? Could he pass as Linguini? Maybe it's the curly hair or his funny pose on the photo, but he is definitely definitely twinning with Linguini, the not-so-talented Ratatouille chef. In the movie, Linguini is very unsure and clumsy, which are the two traits no chef should ever have. But Linguini was also very kind-hearted and gentle, which instantly made us fall in love with him. It seems like this kid just needs a chef's outfit and a hat, and you'll be looking at a human version of Linguini. We just hope he's not as clumsy in the kitchen. We wonder if he has any pets, like rats, for example. Or would that just take it too far? Did you know that linguine is actually a form of pasta, and its actual name means little tongues? Speaking of ratatouille, the very final dish served to Anton Ego in the movie was actually created by a real-life chef called Thomas Keller, who owns a world-famous restaurant in Napa Valley. Bet you're craving some ratatouille right now. Do you think the boy in this picture learned how to make the famous dish? Eggs look alike. Twinning with cartoon characters is not an easy task. Usually they come with over-exaggerated features that go far beyond human inspiration. But for some reason, these kids keep on surprising us. We're halfway through the video, but don't you go anywhere because the next kid is too cute for words, and so is his cartoon twin. Remember Box Trolls, the 2014 movie about the orphan called Eggs who saves the community of box trolls from extermination? It's a pretty unusual movie, but it has super adorable characters. And if you're into cute-looking monsters, then this is definitely a movie you should see. Who would have thought that a kid could look exactly like eggs? Well, it turns out it's possible. Check out this picture. Perhaps it's his eyes, his teeth, or maybe his hair, but this little kid surely looks a lot like Box Trolls' Eggs. Eggs got his name from the label on the box he wears his clothes, just like all the other Box Trolls. But unlike everyone else, Eggs actually speaks English because of his speech impediment. Compared to most animations out there, this is definitely a unique movie with even better characters. Who can resist the look of Eggs and his new human twin? Dora the Explorer lookalike. Get ready, more cuteness incoming. We bet you know someone who's a huge Dora the Explorer fan. Dora the Explorer first premiered on Nickelodeon in August 2000, and no one could imagine that this Spanish-speaking little girl would soon take over the world. Kids were completely head over heels in love with her character, and soon they were able to buy Dora the Explorer toys, backpacks, books, games, party accessories, and of course, costumes. But some kids are lucky. They don't need to dress up like Dora because they already look like her. Check out this cutie with her gorgeous bob bangs and an adorable pink outfit. Now there's someone who doesn't really need to dress up like Dora. She could very well be her human lookalike. Dora the Explorer is known to be one of the most popular educational programs for kids. The show has been such a hit, it won quite a few awards, including a Daytime Emmy and NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Children's Program. But apart from that, you can also find plenty of award templates on the actual Dora website where you can give yourself or your friend a pat on the back. We definitely give our award to this cute Dora lookalike. Andy lookalike. Who can forget about Andy Davis, the owner of all your favorite Toy Story characters? Andy is just a normal-looking kid who really loves his toys, especially Woody. Well, at least until he gets Buzz Lightyear. Woody gets jealous of Buzz, and the two toys get lost when their family has to move. And the rest of the story is history. Want to hear something that will make you feel old? Toy Story was 20 years old in 2015. There's a constant debate over who's the best Toy Story character. Is it Ham, Slinky Dog, Rex, Woody, or Buzz? You decide. And it looks like it's a hard decision for Andy Davis's very own human lookalike. Check out this kid, holding his very own Woody and Buzz toys just like his cartoon lookalike does in the movie. His hair and his facial features are remarkably similar to Andy, and it looks like the two are totally twinning. Have you ever noticed that actually all kids from Toy Story have Andy's face? No? Really? Rewatch the birthday party scene and you'll notice everyone pretty much looks the same. Looks like the Toy Stories have a few more lookalikes, not only in the human world, but also in other cartoon characters. Phil DeVille lookalike. Get ready to go aww when we show you the next picture. And if you think it's totally impossible for anyone to look like Phil DeVille, you might want to rethink your statement. Check out this kid rocking the haircut. Adorable! Phil DeVille is a 1-year-old toddler in the Rugrats movie and television show, and he has a sister named Lil. They're always matching, and we wonder if this human lookalike also has a twin sister. Who knows? They might get the part in the next Rugrats movie. The two might just be the greatest twins in TV history, as they somehow manage to look cool in every single cartoon episode. Remember when they starred in a diaper commercial? Or the time they were dressed in this and someone from Tumblr commented, if that's Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter? Well, we're pretty sure this little gentleman looks mighty fine in every outfit he's wearing too. And who knows, he might be speaking gibberish to you, but you never know what this Rugrat is is really up to. Kudos to you, kid, it's not easy to look like Phil DeVille. Who's your favorite Rugrats character? Phil DeVille is definitely winning our hearts. MOANA lookalike. And one of the biggest surprises when it comes to cartoon lookalikes is without a doubt ALYSSA Cravalo. She is a 14-year-old from Hawaii whose voice is just as magical as her looks. Doesn't she look like a real-life princess? In fact, doesn't she look exactly like MOANA? The resemblance is striking, but that's not even the most fascinating part of this Hawaiian princess's story. The Disney character's looks weren't even based on her. ALYSSA was actually the very last girl that auditioned for the part of MOANA after she was discovered by casting agents. She actually thought there was no way she would even be considered for the role. ALYSSA is the youngest actress to ever give a Disney princess a voice, and she has the honor to play the first ever Polynesian princess. How cool is that? It's just absolutely amazing how much she looks like the actual princess in every sense, including her hair. MOANA's hair was designed so precisely, the team behind the movie had to introduce brand new tools and software to make her hair realistic. But it looks like ALYSSA's hair is just as fabulous. We're pretty sure the two are secretly twins, and there's definitely no other person out there who could play MOANA as amazingly as ALYSSA does. AGNES lookalike. If you didn't think Boo from Monsters Inc. was cute, wait until you see our next cartoon twin. Give this video a thumbs up if Despicable Me is your favorite movie, because we're just about to show you the cutest kid who twinned with AGNES. Check her out, rocking the exact hairstyle and clothes. The youngest of the Despicable Me sisters trio is arguably one of the most adorable characters ever. All she wants is a fluffy unicorn, and she holds her breath until she gets her way. AGNES is your typical 6-year-old, and she really is completely unicorn crazy. Her unique haircut looks like it could be very hard to style, so we give huge kudos to her human lookalike. From the fluffy red hairband to the 2 strands on each side of her head, this girl got the AGNES hairstyle down to a T. Her yellow shirt and denim overalls with a little heart in the middle are perfect, and look at that sassy pose. You go, girlfriend! If you want to see what AGNES would look like as an adult, make sure you check out the part 2 of our 10 kid cartoon characters reimagined as adults. It looks like she'd still be just as unicorn crazy as she was when she was 6. How many times have you wanted to dress up as your favorite cartoon character? We can't blame you, they're absolutely the coolest. These next 10 kids didn't need to put much effort into their looks. They already look like some of your favorite cartoon characters. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Now join us as we take a look at 10 cartoon characters based on real children. The Boss Baby lookalike. Oh my goodness, can you say cuteness overload? We just melt every time we see a kid in a suit. How cute is this? Check out this little blue-eyed and blonde-haired guy totally rocking his outfit. Does he look familiar to you? Have you seen the new 2017 movie The Boss Baby? We think this kid could play the human version of the Boss Baby. If you're not familiar with the movie, here's all you need to know. The Boss Baby, as the name suggests, acts like a total boss. Well, come to think of it, name one baby that doesn't. But the Boss Baby has the whole package. He's even dressed in a fancy suit, he carries a briefcase, and he needs to discover why babies are losing their market share of love. He also thinks puppies are evil, and his brother's convinced he's taking over the whole house. This is the cutest plotline ever. The Boss Baby is voiced by Alec Baldwin, but this little kid looks like he's his own version of the Boss Baby. The white collar, the black tie, and the suit, can things get any cuter than this? Whether it's accidental or not, these two babies are totally #twinning. And he's not the only Boss Baby out there. The little guy on the right might as well be the real Boss Baby. Peter Griffin lookalike. Now, it's very hard to look like Peter Griffin, but this next kid seems to have the look totally down, and he looks very proud of it. What do you think? Could Peter Griffin actually be based on this boy? Although he could definitely play the younger version of one of the Family Guy's main characters, the real Peter Griffin was actually based on a man called Paul Timmons. If you've ever seen Family Guy, you know that the show features some very over-the-top personalities. Peter Griffin portrays the typical sitcom dad who doesn't really know what to do with himself besides not to get in the way and mess things up. It doesn't always work, but that does give us some of the most hilarious scenes. Paul Timmons, the man behind Peter, is a Rhode Island native, just like the show itself and its creator. Paul was a security guard on Seth MacFarlane's school campus. MacFarlane described him as having a thick accent with absolutely no filter, and that's exactly what Peter Griffin brings to the Family Guy table. Well, if they're ever in need of a young human version of Peter Griffin, it's safe to say that this young man could easily play the part. Bobby from King of the Hill lookalike. This might be a completely accidental take, but don't you think this kid really looks like Bobby from the King of the Hill cartoon? The show was on air from 1997 to 2010, and it has quite an impressive fan base behind it. It's actually the second longest animated series, right behind The Simpsons. The 4-foot-tall Bobby isn't the main character of the story, but he definitely has some amazing moments that easily make him a favorite. His full name is Robert Jeffrey Hill, and he's voiced by Pamela Adlon. Bobby's not really good at sports, even though his athletic dad wants him to be. He's kind and has a soft personality, and he can easily charm girls. We love his buzz cut, which you can also see on his human lookalike. Not much is known about the child on the right, but he definitely fit right in the King of the Hill series. King of the Hill and The Simpsons are the two longest standing cartoon shows, and you can find many crossover references in both shows. Bobby even has a Bart Simpson doll on his bookshelf. What do you think? Could this child pass as Bobby? Who's your favorite King of the Hill character? Let us know in the comments below. Boo lookalike. Pigtails? Check. Adorable? Check. Hanging out with monsters? Check. Name one little girl who wouldn't want to look like the adorable gibberish-talking Boo from Monsters, Inc. Give this video a thumbs up if Boo's one of your favorite characters. We can't blame you if she is. She's absolutely adorable. Although it might seem really hard to twin with a cutie like Boo, same pigtails, same pink rubber bands, and same pink shirt. She even has the same big eyes as Boo. Boo was originally played by Mary Gibbs, and it has been noted that Mary might be the Monsters, Inc. child's actual name. Do you remember when Boo was going to sleep on Sully's bed and there's a brief moment when she shows a drawing? If you look at the signed drawing, you'll notice she spells her name as Mary. Although the real Mary is blonde, this adorable Boo lookalike could very easily play the part of being Mike and Sully's protege if she ever had a chance. Her outfit might not really be accidental. She looks like she's a huge Monsters, Inc. fan. If the makers of Monsters, Inc. ever needed a human version of Boo, this little girl would win that audition hands down. Humpty Dumpty lookalike. You look like Humpty Dumpty isn't usually the best kind of compliment you could give to someone. But when you're this cute, looking like a cartoon character just makes things a million times better. Humpty Dumpty is the story of an egg-looking thing that belongs in English nursery rhymes. You know the rhyme, right? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and so on and so on. Since then, this egg also became a cartoon character frequently featured in comics. And while he might not be as loved as some of the other cartoon characters on our list, trying to look like him might be quite a challenge for some people. Unless you're this little guy, who might as well be his human twin. Check out those big eyes, the bow tie, and the white suit. All he's missing is a hat, and the role of the fallen egg would be his. Although the famous egg was definitely not based on this little cutie, he should be. All we need to see now is the blue pants, yellow striped shirt, a red suit, and the snazzy black hat. There are many theories of the egg's origin out there, but we'll be happy to take the theory that this little guy is somehow connected to Humpty Dumpty. Zootopia Flash lookalike. Someone pointed out that the girl on the left looks very similar to Flash from Zootopia. Remember him? Flash was the fastest sloth working at the Department of Mammal Vehicles in the 2016 Zootopia movie. Of course, as a sloth, everything he does is still very slow compared to everyone else, except for maybe snails, although they don't belong in this story. So, what do you think of this comparison? Is the internet just joking around? Or does this girl really look like Flash? Perhaps it's just a weird coincidence, but we really do see it. Flash is a three-toed sloth with perpetually droopy eyelids, a light green shirt, and a dark blue tie. Although the girl on the left clearly isn't wearing any of Flash's clothing, it's her facial expressions that are giving the true Flash vibes. Even her mouth is exactly the same. The droopy eyelids, the slightly fascinated look, it's all there. Do you think this was a planned photo? How did someone even figure out that she looks like the animated sloth working at the DMV? Oh, internet, never change. Who's your favorite character in Zootopia? Make sure you let us know in the comments below. AGNES lookalike. If we learned anything from this video, it's that you can find some of the most adorable kids looking like their favorite cartoon characters, and sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it. But this lookalike might not be so accidental. It's not easy looking identical to Agnes from Despicable Me, but this little girl comes pretty close. Who would have thought a human would be able to put her hair up in the same way as Agnes does? Agnes is the youngest of the 3 orphans who get to live with Gru and make him find the true meaning of family. She's crazy obsessed with unicorns, and we're still sad that her caterpillar never turned into a butterfly. Well, it looks like Agnes has a human lookalike walking around the world. This adorable cutie really managed to perfect her look from the haircut with bangs to those amazing denim overalls with a yellow shirt. What do you think? Could she fit right in the Despicable Me family? All we're missing now is Gru, her 2 sisters, and of course, Minions. Although we might think that finding a human version of Minions might be the hardest part of the process. We wish this Agnes lookalike many fluffy unicorns, and even more toys. Frozen's Elsa lookalike. It's hard to have the same features as any Disney princess, but some people are lucky enough to look just like them. The resemblance between Elsa and this lady is uncanny. Although she's not a child anymore, this Elsa lookalike was just 18 when people started noticing just how much she looks like everyone's favorite ice princess. Perhaps it's the eye makeup or maybe just that smirk, but there's something about her that makes you think she could easily play a part in Disney's movie Frozen. Well, you're not the only one who thinks she's a perfect Elsa lookalike. Her name is Anna Faith, and she's a well-known Elsa cosplayer. She pulls it off so well, she's actually been able to make money from her Disney-based looks. She portrayed Elsa on the TV series Access Hollywood, and she's one of the most popular cosplayers. She's even gotten her sister to dress up as Anna, and the two managed to gain international popularity. They were even invited to attend a royal party in the United Arab Emirates. The two are absolutely stunning. If Disney ever needed to recreate Frozen, they now have a complete package. Cole LeBrandt as Kristoff, and Anna and Lexi Carlson as Elsa and Anna. All we need now is Olaf, and we're all ready to let it go. Marge Champion as Snow White. Did you know that Snow White was actually based on a real person? Her name is Marge Champion, and she was one of the best dancers of the 20th century. Not only was she insanely talented, she was also very beautiful. In fact, she was so beautiful, Disney took her to model for many of their characters, including Snow White. She was just 14 at the time, the same age as Snow White. The creators wanted to redesign the princess for the 1937 movie, and Marge had to wear a helmet, so they were able to envision Snow White with a larger head. Walt Disney was hiding the fact they used Marge as a Disney model for quite a few years before the secret was finally revealed. Now, Marge is 97 years old, and she's still one of the most inspiring people behind Disney. She even said it herself that she had a very interesting life, and we must agree. So what do you think? Do you see the resemblance between Snow White and Marge? Since her role, she became quite Hollywood famous and performed in musicals such as Showboat, Give a Girl a Break, and 3 for the Show. Alyssa Milano as Ariel. If there's a queen of Disney princesses that's possibly bigger than Marge Champion, it's probably Alyssa Milano. You might remember Alyssa for her role as Phoebe Halliwell in Charm, but the truth was she was recognized way before that role. Did you know that Alyssa was actually a model for Disney's Princess Ariel when she was just 16? And she didn't even know it at the time. She revealed her secret in 2013, but the resemblance between her and the Little Mermaid was spotted ever since the movie came out. An animator took Alyssa's Who's the Boss look and created everyone's favorite Disney mermaid. What do you think? Do you see it? Although Ariel clearly has amazingly red hair, the resemblance between the two is striking. Sherry Stoner, an actress and a writer, was brought in to showcase Ariel's movements. So in theory, if you combine Alyssa Milano's looks and Sherry Stoner's moves, you'll get Ariel. Did you know that Sherry Stoner was also used as a model for Belle? Disney is full of surprises when it comes to taking inspiration from other human beings. Who knows, maybe there are even more actors out there who served as an inspiration for Disney characters. Which cartoon character is your absolute favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. For more videos like this, check out 10 kids cartoon logic fails that make no sense. See you next time. Bye-bye.